keema pav and one Bombay veg. I didn't say this, okay? So don't call me a snob. He said it from Goregaon Park. Keema pav and one Bombay veg. I think that will be nice, and Mumbai.
Perfect. Never had.
Never had?
No.
We give the British a lot of credit for having built this part of Mumbai. But remember, a lot of the architects were Indian.
Were they?
There were foreign architects, but a lot of architects were built Indian. All the construction was done by Indians, and a lot of funding was also done by Indians.
Wow.
So the vision might have been the British vision, but there is a lot of Indian sweat, blood, design, art, which has gone into it. There have been British architects who designed some of the front. So where we are right now is a deeper part. So there, that whole front.
Okay.
Where so you came in, there's a whole wall.
Yeah.
Okay. The mint is behind that.
Right.
The docks are behind that.
Right.
And the first buildings over there, one of the first earliest buildings to come up. Then it slowly grew this way.
Okay.
You know.
So, and imagine being on the silver screen when you were almost about ending college, and then theatre. Yeah. Imagine getting paid to eat. Imagine having a friendship that turns into legend.
With Cyrus,
yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's not only legendary. I have now in my late years, not late, but I mean latter part of my life, I even moved into his building.
I know, sir, because guilty. I have heard each and every podcast. Of
You
this.
have? Oh,
yeah.
God. He's now gone and put a photograph of me, a drawing of me on his wall also.
Yeah.
Which is very creepy sometimes, but...
But I had to ask you, sir, like this kind of friendship, right? Like, I mean, millennials dream of it. Gen Z has never even heard of such friendships. Is it possible to have such a tight, like almost close to brotherhood in today's day and age?
Of course it is possible. You see, they're talking about, I am a little unaware about the millennials and the Gen Zs and all that. But there is a huge discussion going on about how the Gen Zs, which is the current one, no? The Gen Zs are
the youngest
2002
onwards.
Yeah. Younger. And the millennials are 2000 onwards.
1992.
1992. So the Gen Zs, they don't make friends, they're not good to work with, people don't want to hire them because they don't have any seriousness in life. I think every generation has its own problems, like pluses and minuses.
Right.
Okay? To completely blame a whole generation for being unable to achieve anything, it's a bit wrong.
Since Bombay has been your birthplace, and in a way, Bombay has given you so much. So, what does Bombay mean to you?
Let me put it this way, Bombay means everything to me for 2-3 reasons. One is the community that I come from, which is the Patharbabu community, are not exactly, and I'll get hit for saying this, are not exactly Maharashtrians. In the sense, we came from Patan in Gujarat.
Okay.
And settled in Bombay, where when Bombay was only occupied by the fisher folk and the East Indians and those communities. So we are Mumbaikars more than. So if you ask me, Tuja Gaon kute hai? There is no Gaon. I have no place to go. This is it.
Bombay, yeah.
We came here 700 years ago. So I'm very close to the place. I was born and brought up here. My schooling was all here. I was born in a hospital right by the beach on Chopati. Okay. I lived by the docks in my Mazagon because my father used to work there. Mazagon docks is a shipbuilding yard, which builds all your submarines and your frigates for the Indian Navy. My father passed away in a ship accident when I was very little, right down the road, Alexander Dock here. So ship was docked here. So I have great sense of history, association, whatever you may call it. So, and I've never known any other city to live in. I still live here after all these years. So,
And one food item that always transports or teleports you back to Bombay, no matter where you are in the world and you eat it.
I have to say it's my house, it's my home. That wherever in the world I may go, a home always pulls you back. And my association, strongest association, is with South Mumbai.
South Mumbai.
It's not with Bandra. It's not with, definitely not with Andheri. Parel maybe a little bit, but the older parts of the city, the place where I went to college, which is VT Station, Crawford Market,
Right.
Girgaon, because my ancestors came from Girgaon. Do you know Girgaon at all?
Girgaon Chowpatty, yeah.
Well, so now this is, I have to clarify this. There is no such thing as Girgaon Chowpatty. There is only Chowpatty.
Okay.
And Shivaji, and the next beach is called Shivaji Park. It was called Shivaji Park Beach.
Beach.
So we have now made the word Chowpatty into beach.
Okay.
So we got Girgaon Chowpatty, Shivaji Park Chowpatty, Juhu Chowpatty.
Right.
No, it was Juhu Beach. It was always Chowpatty is the area.
Okay.
And then suddenly Chowpatty became an acronym. So Chowpatty became another word for beach. So Girgaon is an area in Mumbai. It's one of the older parts of Mumbai. Chowpatty is the beach which is closest to Girgaon, and it's called Chowpatty. It's not called Girgaon Chowpatty.
So, but why do South Bombay peeps look down upon the other parts of Bombay? Is that a thing? Like, because in Pune, I stay in Koregaon Park.
You said you're going to look down on every other part of the city then. Yes.
So he stays in PCMC. Just in the car, he was telling me why.
Just tell me, what is PCMC? Cantonment.
PCMC is like Navi Mumbai.
Navi Mumbai, Pimpri Chinchwad.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's Navi Mumbai. But did you grow up in Pimpri Chinchwad? Pimpri was a beautiful, you don't call yourself a Punekar then. You just say, I'm from Pimpri.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I had relatives who lived in Pimpri and Chinchwad, even at Khadki. And they never said, I'm Puneche. So it's a different city only, no?
So
You
same
Koregaon Park and then camp area I live in. And so and Pune has two snobs, no? They've got the camp snob and then you've got the Deccan snobs. Me Karve Road la raha Prabhat Road. Yeah. Yes or no?
Yes, and that's me. But in my own view, like we have an internal joke. The AQI of Bombay is very bad, but the average face quality index of South Mumbai is very good.
I didn't say this. Okay? So don't call me a snob. He said it from Koregaon Park. This is the true snob, Koregaon Park snob.
Please, sir.
Yeah, I don't know. Please, I want some cutlery so that we can all share through this. Arey. Yeah.
So then, growing up, your school was
So my school,
St. Mary's, right?
St. Mary's School, which is in Baikala.
co-ed, right?
No, all boys school, which is just turned co-ed this year.
Oh wow!
Which means in the bacha classes, kata, fork and spoon, cutlery to three. Okay. Yeah.
After you, sir. After you.
Arey, we all have. Come on. I eat very little, from.
Yeah. So back then, when you were in Mary's, did you even imagine that you would like become a famous broadcaster?
Not at all. I had no idea what I was going to do in life. I was also an extremely shy boy. So there was no question of being in the public. I didn't know. I didn't even think about it. I didn't think about broadcasting or anything to do with public till very long. I was always interested in theatre and acting and generally doing that. But when you come from a middle class family, you don't have the guts to become an actor full time.
Middle class, sir, but like South Bombay, prime.
But South Bombay doesn't mean you're rich. South Bombay means you were born in South Bombay. Your family lived there, Okay. So I came from a decently, let's put it this way, originally affluent family.
Okay.
which over a period of time had become upper middle class. It's like this, So South Mumbai, you'll find a lot of people who are economically middle class, but by virtue of their backgrounds, are sort of aristocratic
Okay.
slightly.
Okay.
So you may not have a lot of money, which we never had a lot of money. So that's what. Come on, eat.
Thank you, sir.
No. Okay. So what was the question you asked originally?
Sir, please. No, sir.
Help yourself.
Should I serve you a little bit?
No, I'll help myself.
Because my average audience is 18 to 35, sir.
Okay.
My demographics. So often now with this generation, you see, they overthink, oh man, what will I do? Because they have lots of free time, right? Back in maybe your day, even my day, we used to spend all our energy playing or being outside, being in the moment.
That is true. Playing in the moment is true. We did not really think about where life was going to take us. I wasn't really physically active. You can make out I was never a sporty person. But we grew up with lots of family around us, a lot of cousins and friends.
Why I ask, sir, is because if you did not even realize back then that you would become such a famous broadcaster, right? So a normal teenager, ideally they should not spend so much time in thinking, oh, what will I do, what will I be? They should rather live in the moment, right? What do you think?
I agree with you. And that's why I know, say, kids who do their IB, oh, this is really good. Everybody should have. Kids do the IB, and by the time they're in their 12th standard, are going abroad for further studies, which is great, I suppose. But I still think it's too young for them
To go out, yeah.
It's great that at the young age they're going out of their homes and to experience another life. But the pressures of studying are humongous. I think they should ease out a little bit. Ease out and pursue things that they love to do passionately. Pursue your studies, but because you're young, you're able to do multitask, do many more things. I think people should pursue things beyond studies.
And
Pursue singing, dancing, theatre, writing. I don't know.
you
anything.
did theatre quite a lot, right?
I did theatre quite a lot, but that was also after I got a job. Because so you cut me when I said middle class,
Sorry.
but what I mean is you have a certain temperament. You have seen actors struggling. I knew that I wouldn't ever have the guts to plunge into acting full time because I needed a salary. I needed to earn some money. You're not coming from a family which can support you for the rest of your life. So, hence I never got into professional acting till such time as I had a job, knew where my salary was coming from, and as luck would have it, the advertising agency that I joined had a humongous theatre culture. In those days, English theatre in Mumbai and advertising were closely linked.
How comes?
All the people who did English theatre, their day job was advertising.
Okay.
Alec Padamsee, advertising.
Wow.
Sylvester Dicuna, advertising. Bugs Bhargav Krishna, advertising. And everybody knew everybody. Small society, it's a small South Mumbai society. If you're in advertising and if you're also doing theatre, everybody knows everybody.
If I was dying tomorrow, my last meal would be a nice chicken biryani, a nice mutton biryani cooked by my mom,
Mutton biryani, not chicken, mutton biryani.
and a really tall glass of beer. So, what would your last meal look like?
I have a couple of options, okay? One is a really good butter chicken and butter naan. A really good shot of single malt whiskey, a good single malt with lots of ice. If I'm dying in the middle of the afternoon, then I'd like a gin and tonic. And otherwise, my ghar ka khana, which if anybody is alive now who can make it well, because the whole generations are passing by and nobody does our food anymore, you know. So we do a really good sakhar bhat.
Sakhar baat, never tried it.
So it's rice, sweet rice with kesar and sugar in it, eaten with matnacha goda. And matnacha goda is not gold. It is a spicy goda masala, mutton
Wow.
with sakhar bhat. It'll be my
Final meal.
final meal. But butter chicken is up there somewhere. Huh?
OG choice. Sir. What was the weirdest thing you've eaten in the name of TV and you surprisingly liked it?
Oh, surprisingly liked it. Okay, what I really like is I like gurda kapura, which is kidneys and testicles of the goat. My mother used to make them really well in a green masala with kaju paste in it.
Wow.
It was delicious. I used to live close to Cyrus in those days.
Malabar Hill?
No, I used to live at Bridge Candy and he was a Malbhai. So it was like a 5-minute drive.
Okay.
Today it's a 20-minute drive, but in those days it was a 5-minute drive. We also worked for the same company at one point, Dakunas. He joined as a trainee. I was already creative director there because I'm much older than him. And so he would drive home with me. I would drop him off. And within a turnaround time of 1 hour, he would be back in my house having bathed, changed and all. We used to then sit and drink. So we used to finish a hell of a lot of alcohol before we stepped out to go drinking.
Damn, like pre-game in your house?
Pre-game. Now in those days there was no word like pre-game. Pre-game is the word I've learned from Cyrus's daughter. She told me, we're pre-gaming. I said, what is pre-game? Oh, I said, oh, we've been doing it forever. The greatest thing about the Bombay Gymkhana bar in those days was that there was a huge grand piano. It's still there. And there was a nutcase pianist who also was half drunk only. And we were quite young, and there were a lot of 60, 65-year-old other uncle types who we were really friendly with. And we used to like their music, and so we would stand around the bar and sing. And he used to play, and it was, God, done a lot of really drunken things, including getting beaten up and.
But which songs?
Which songs?
Beatles?
Oh, a lot of Beatles, a lot of Elvis Presley, Neil Diamond.
Wow. These are legends.
Country music, you know, all that. Frank Sinatra.
And is it true like all the who's who of the country are members of Bombay Gym? Like,
Well, let's accept that all these clubs are slightly elitist. And in the old days, yeah, there's sort of a lot of. Bombay Gymkhana had a slightly. I'm not a member. Cyrus is a member of Bombay Gymkhana. I'm a member of the Willingdon Club, which is another old
okay,
club.
like
Yeah.
British clubs.
Yeah. But you know, no, this is the. So Bombay Gymkhana is a British club, but Willingdon Club, which is considered one of the best clubs in the country,
Wow.
was started by Indians, Maharajas and that kind of Indians, because they were not allowed in British clubs. They built a club better than all the British clubs.
Willingdon, right?
Yeah, Willingdon Club.
Before you became the Kunal Vijayakar, the broadcaster, which corner of this city do you think still remembers you as a kid?
Remembers me as a
Kid.
kid?
Yeah.
Which corner of the city? That's a damn ulta question to ask. But anybody who's known me, who's seen me grow up, will remember me. And unfortunately, a lot of people who seen me grown up are gone. So, but yes, Chowpatty, where I grew up in the building, there are a couple of old people there who remember me as a child. Chowpatty would be primarily where my roots are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exact. And which is your favorite part of the city now, except Chowpatty?
Except Chapati, my favorite part of the city is Ballad Estate. I love it.
This entire
This
area?
entire area, I love it. I hope that it becomes into a slightly more entertainment-based area. Like if there are lots of cafes and things opened up, it'll be great. I also have this fascination for the old decrepit parts of the city. It's like I love Girgaon a lot. I have a lot of attachment to it because I used to walk through up and down where I was in college through. I had a really close friend who lived in Girgaon, who was in class with me at JJ, School of Art. And we used to walk from JJ through Girgaon, stop at his house, have chai, poha and all that, and then I would continue to Chapati. It was all walking distance finally. Spent a lot of time drinking with him in that little gully which he lived in, outside on the footpath, you know. There was a little tanky tank. So we टाकीवर बसून खूप दारू प्यालो आपण.
Wow.
Literally all men, no women.
But after quitting, sir, do you miss alcohol?
Sometimes.
Because you
Sometimes.
miss that like fun
Yeah,
element.
but you know, I like the taste of a good whiskey. I like the taste of gin. I like the taste of. So I miss it sometimes. If the weather is right, if I'm traveling abroad, I miss it sometimes. You know, it's not like but I can happily sit with a group of people who are drinking and not drink.
Okay. Any particular scotch or whiskey you like?
Lagavulin 16 is one of the finest, according to me, as a regular drink.
And what's your favorite chakna?
I don't eat when I drink.
Really? Wow. So then how do you manage? How did you manage rather?
We just never ate while drinking.
Hangovers?
Very bad. Very bad hangovers. And we tried everything. Today I met somebody at some friend at the hospital where I'd gone for my medicals. And he introduced me to a fellow who says, you know, we make this great Ayurvedic thing which is to fight hangovers. So I said, you come 5 years too late to me. But we've tried everything. There used to be pills called Party Hard.
Party hard the
The Party Hard, no, sorry, Party Hard was the driver service. It was called something like that only, the pills,
Yeah.
which you take before you drink.
Your last drink of the night.
Yeah,
It doesn't work, right?
nothing works. Nothing works. The only thing that works is 24 hours you need to
Of rest, right?
recover. What helps is you drink lots of water. Drink lots and lots of water while you're drinking, if you can remember. Huh?
Do memories ferment like good wine or like bad regrets?
You know, memories are good as long as you don't start living in them. If you start constantly harking back to the past,
Right.
I don't think it's a good thing to do. If you can fondly remember a few things, a couple of friends meet and sit and talk about a few nostalgic things is great. But I don't like the idea of sitting with 7 friends and they're all talking about something that happened. It's just, come on, get on with it. You know,
That's my worst emotion too, nostalgia.
nostalgia is, yeah. We did a play. Called I'm Not Bajirao.
I'm not
I
bad.
used to be part of the producers and I was also acting in it. The principal actors were Bhaman Irani and Sudhir Joshi, who was the leading Marathi actor, who passed away. And there are stories of these 2 old people sitting on a bench, one Parsi, one Maharashtrian, and things happen to them. And there's a line in that which says, nostalgia is the worst thing. Nostalgia kills more people than heart disease.
So true, man. So true.
So I'm not a big nostalgia guy.
Can I ask you one question that might be slightly nostalgic, but it's an interesting one? When was the last time Mumbai broke your heart and fed you in the same night?
Well, every day. Mumbai breaks my heart every day.
How, sir?
When I just look at what has happened to Mumbai. Every day. When I see so many private taxis parked over here, it breaks my heart. They are littering the road.
Right.
You know, every time there is an open space that is created in Mumbai, luxury buses go and park over there. I don't know how they do it. Okay, because if I park, I'll get a ticket.
Yeah.
It breaks my heart when you see old buildings being pulled down, which are happening everywhere now. It breaks my heart.
Redevelopment, in the name of redevelopment.
Yeah, I mean, you pull down ugly buildings. No, why are you breaking down historical buildings? I mean, there is a heritage committee which tries to do as much as they can, but it's not enough because money talks, no?
Right.
And it feeds me every day. So it's every day Mumbai breaks my heart. So if I'm shooting for my YouTube channel for Khane Mein Kya Hai, then normally 11 o'clock we head out to eat in some place.
In Mumbai itself?
Largely in Mumbai. If we travel, we're traveling. I try not to go terribly north in this because of the last 1 week I have spent more time in traffic jams than I have spent shooting.
Damn.
If I start venting now about my traffic woes, you will get bored of me. I was shooting at Mahim, and we'd fixed the shoot in such a way that we won't have to commute too much. Mahim to Sion. One place in Mahim, 2 places in Sion, and I would go home. Okay? The drive from Mahim to Sion took me 1.5 hours.
Damn.
And then from Sion to come back home took another, oh God, this is terrible. The Mumbai traffic is so, I'm done with it.
Like Cyrus is your maximum like area Bandra because he never travels further up.
Well, he goes to Bandra every day because his podcast is out of Bandra. I don't even have to go to Bandra. I used to, in my snobbish way, used to say that Mumbai ends at Cadbury House, which nobody knows where Cadbury House is today because it's no longer there. Cadbury House is exactly Mahalakshmi Temple.
Okay.
Okay. Where Pedder Road ends.
Okay.
That's and Haji Ali begins. Okay. Where would I go? I go to Andheri, Goregaon, Kandivli, Malad. And I go to central Bombay. I go to Dadar East a lot. Barsi Colony, because Baman, who's another close friend of mine, lives there.
Wow.
So I'm there at his house 3 times a week. But now I can vent again, get angry. You know why it breaks my heart? Elphinstone Bridge has been broken down.
Yeah. That too randomly, right? So they did.
Well, now I'm going to talk like an old man. But so I went to a Montessori school. You know what? Nursery school.
Playgroup, yeah.
Yeah. Which was at the end of Marine Drive. It was the last building on Marine Drive. There was no Nariman Point. There was no Oberoi. You know, the Oberoi is end of Marine. There were rocks. We used to sit there. My maid and I used to take me there. People fishing over there, crabs.
Not even the Air India building?
Okay, so it ended just before the Air India. So this is Marine Drive.
Yeah.
Road turns left. Air India building is here. Oberoi.
Right.
There's nothing over there.
Right.
There was no Air India building.
Damn, man.
It was only Samundar.
What would you tell an 18-year-old Kunal Vijayakar in 2025?
Eat less. Because then you don't put on that much weight. So while I passionately love food, I have this big problem with parents or grandparents who tell you, "Hey, khao beta, khao. तू बहुत कम खा रहा है और खाओ मत बोलो कुछ नहीं होगा उसको even if he's skinny most of his life there's no problem
right
but if he becomes really overweight he's going to have multiple problems and then you're going to have to pay more money to get him to lose weight so while we should love our food and be appreciative of our food I think we should have I'm not saying healthier eating habits don't eat too much food because it's not going to take you anywhere so I don't ever regret that we were passionate. My whole family is passionate about food. We cooked, we ate out, we did all kind of things. But I wish I had not put on so much weight. Life would be simpler. And I'm now a little thinner than I used to be. I used to be very fat. You look at my old videos, look at the first videos of Khane Mein Kya Hai, you'll see how fat I was 4 years ago.
And how did that idea come about, sir? Khane Mein Kya Hai and
It
YouTube?
wasn't my idea. Okay. I'll tell you honestly, I've said this several times. I used to write a food column for the Bombay Times.
Okay.
And when the Times of India decided to start a channel, news channel called Times Now,
Times now, right?
because again, the world is really small. Everybody knows everybody. Okay. The head of MTV was the head of Times Now. I was dabbling with MTV. I never worked for them, but I did stuff as Cyrus was there in MTV. So he said, if we are doing a food show, there's this guy who's comfortable in front of the camera. I'd already done a couple of TV series and all by then, so I was decently, my face was recognizable.
Even because of the advertisement, right?
Because of the advertisement also. And he knows his food, so let's start. So we did that. That show went on to be a super bloody hit, okay? 9 years or 10 years we did that show. Then the show shut down. And one of my producers on the show, a young boy, then, now he's a 40-year-old man, called Mohit. He pestered me for years. Let's do YouTube. I said, yeah, we'll do. We have spoiled. Huh? You stand in front of the camera, you get paid for it.
Right.
YouTube is able to do your own thing.
Yeah, right.
So finally I said, okay, chalo. If you are so adamant that we should do it, let's do it. Come on. And it's the best decision I made in my life. And I wish I had made that decision 3 years earlier. We would have grown, first mover advantage.
Right.
We would have gotten in another zone. But we are in a good space right now.
So, and your favorite restaurant in Pune? Okay, no bias, but some people might feel bad because I'm sure you have many friends in Pune.
No, I'll tell you. I've had two, three. So I used to come to Pune very often as a kid. My aunt had a house in Somwarpet, which is in Camp. And we used to go to the Ritz for thali. We used to go to Blue Nile for biryani.
Blue Nile, yeah. Okay. Still the best.
So there's a huge, I didn't recognize Blue Nile.
Yeah, they've taken over.
Yeah. I like Dorabji's for his Parsi food. I like, now, I don't know, now suddenly people are telling me that it's no longer that good, but this Survey mutton
Yeah, right.
is excellent. I discovered it 2 years ago. And where else? There used to be Latif's, which was great. I mean, the old restaurant.
Latif is old. Yeah. He's catering now.
Oh, he's catering only.
Yeah.
It's gone. Okay. There used to be George.
George is still OG.
OG? George is there.
Still. George, Blue Nile. Same owners.
Blue Nile, George, same owner?
Yeah,
Okay.
same family.
Then, what else? The Mazurin on Main Street.
Yeah,
Anybody call it Main Street or it's called MG Road?
MG Road now.
Nobody calls it Main Street. It used to be called Main Street.
Main Street, yeah.
There were East Street and Main Street.
Main Street, right.
What else? And I just did a little thing with the Sheraton in Pune just now.
I saw kimchi, right?
Kimchi. Yeah. Great food.
Are we consuming culture or is culture consuming us?
I don't think we are consuming culture. I think under the name of culture and what we call parampara and what is it called, whatever they call it nowadays, we've never understood our culture properly. We listen to WhatsApps on what is right and what is wrong and what our history used to be, what our culture used to be. So there is a lot of misinterpretation of culture that happens. This is what my thing about culture is. Again, culture also goes into your nostalgia and all that kind of crap, living in the past thing. You live today, now. But if I asked you, out of all the 29 states that we have, which state is the most vegetarian?
Gujarat, right?
No. It's not even the number one vegetarian state.
Then which is it?
Punjab.
Punjab.
90%, most Punjabis are vegetarian. Wow. You go on a Punjabi dhaba and tell me whether you get any meat over there. It's all be Vaishnav food.
Wow.
Rajasthan, the Marwadis. We look at only the Maharajas are cooking mutton, jungli mas.
Yeah.
Madus come from there, they're all vegetarian. Then comes Gujarat.
How are they so strong then, sir?
Who?
Like these states, Gujarati, Rajasthanis and Punjabis?
Punjabis. It's a damn good question. I don't know what the answer is.
Because we lack protein in our daily life
Yeah,
so much, right?
we do. But it's possible that they are hardier. The way they live is hardier. Their protein comes probably from ghee and milk, which is, a lot of milk consumption. But it, of course, it'll never compare to the protein that comes out of meat. But they must be doing something, I don't know. Or genetics.
Genetics, yes. That is the
When you
golden-
can't answer any question, blame genetics.
Sir, we got you a little gift. So before...
You don't have to do gift and all, yeah.
No, sir, not like a gift. Just like wanted to give it from my heart. It doesn't mean anything. No Diwali, nothing.
Oh, I thought you were giving me a car. I thought you were taking out a car key. There's a gift. Karke.
How do you balance your life on camera and your life offline, sir? Do you maintain a balance or is this...
No, I think it's now, because most of what I'm doing on camera is food. It's all merging now. In the old days, I would. But I've been very lucky in the last several years that I've been able to do... Oh God, I can't believe this. Oh, nice. This is a present for me and
keep a
Cyrus.
close watch on this
It's nice and
heart.
hot.
I keep
Super.
my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I find it very, very easy to be true. I find myself alone when each day's through. Yes, I'll admit that I'm a fool for you. Because you're mine, I walk the line.